And we'll be announcing something very soon on pharmaceuticals. We're going to give people about a year and a half to come in, and after that they're going to be tariffed if they have to bring the pharmaceuticals into the country, the drugs and other things into the country. They're going to be tariffed at a very, very high rate, like 200%.
200% tariffs on medicines? What sounded like a bombshell bluff from Trump is now triggering diplomatic blowback. Canada and Australia firing back hard. What's going on and who will really feel the sting? Donald Trump has threatened a massive 200% tariff on all imported pharmaceuticals unless drug makers move production to U.S. soil. That would hit medicines from Canada, Australia, and elsewhere. This threat came in early July 2025, with the tariff to kick in after an 18-month grace period starting roughly mid-2026 to early 2027. The target? Suppliers in Canada, Australia, and Europe.
But they're coming in because of the tariffs. They're not going to pay 25, 30, 40, 50%, 70 and 100%. And we'll be announcing something very soon on pharmaceuticals. We're going to give people about a year and a half to come in, and after that they're going to be tariffed if they have to bring the pharmaceuticals into the country, the drugs and other things into the country. They're going to be tariffed at a very, very high rate, like 200%. We'll give them a certain period of time to get their act together. But they were all here, now they all left, they went to other places.
Trump at a cabinet meeting announces the idea of 200% tariffs to force pharmaceutical firms to onshore production. Wall Street remains calm. The NYSE ARCA Pharma Index barely flinches as analysts see a buffer in stockpiles in onshore investments. Canada and Australia swiftly respond, raising alarms about threatening healthcare systems and export-driven economies. Trump says the tariff is a tactic to rebuild U.S. manufacturing, part of a broader push on trade populism. Critics, however, see it as a negotiation poker hand aimed at kicking off trade concessions, especially demands to curtail Canada's and Australia's low drug price systems. Australia exports about 2.2 billion Australian dollars in pharmaceuticals to the U.S. against imports worth 4 billion Australian dollars. Pharma stocks dip slightly. Canada issues formal protests. Australia escalates diplomatic pressure. Possible drug price hikes in global markets, production shifts, and disrupted supply chains. As of mid-July 2025, the U.S. is still investigating, with a final decision expected late July. If enacted, companies might ramp up U.S. production or stockpile drugs to dodge tariffs. Trump's 200% pharma bluff is more than bravado. It's a geopolitical shakedown, and Canada and Australia aren't capitulating. What will happen next? Will the tariff proposal hold or collapse under pressure, diplomacy, and disclosure? Should countries push back harder, or is some compromise inevitable? Subscribe and join the conversation.